We're gonna make some serious pasta tonight. What we're doing is just defrosted the salmon. I'm gonna deskin it, so this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna make a small cut here, and so that I could fix my fingers, and then just go like this, and then carefully keep on pulling a knife through it, just like that. There we go. So here's our salmon, skin completely off. The last piece, not that it really matters. All right, so the plan is I'm gonna cut this salmon into chunks, season it. Yeah, let's keep it this way. And this is how we're gonna season our salmon. We're gonna cut all this stuff up, and we're gonna make sauce seasoned with green onions, well, not all of it, but some of it, cilantro, fresh, amazing dill, 2 types of basil, the Asian basil, what's it called, and the regular Italian whatever basil. So two basils, 2 different basils. And we're gonna use some of this beautiful sweet peas for decoration, and little, what do you call them? The cherry tomatoes. All right, let's go. That's enough. Ah, that cilantro smells amazing. Imagine all that in your pasta. What? Okay, next, dill. The aroma from this is absolutely mind-blowing. Boom. Basil. Now we're gonna do some trickery with the basil, because you know how you're supposed to cut the basil in like little strips and stuff. So we're gonna break it up into leaves. So we got leaves, leaves, leaves. We need to pick out the leaves because we don't want the stems and stuff. Just clean it up a little bit. Good. It's kind of getting a little, let's go through it again. It's like each pass I do, I keep on filtering out and leaving only the good stuff, because I really don't need a whole lot of it. All right, so now I'm gonna stack the leaves up. The biggest ones on the bottom, the smaller ones are on the top, kind of like this. Then I'm gonna just roll it up. Cut off the stems, and then I'm gonna go chip. That's our basil. Let's stack another stack. This is gonna be so good. I was sitting out there talking to my wife about what I was planning to do for dinner, but I didn't really have the finalized idea until just about now, when I already cut the salmon. And once I cut that salmon, I was like, how am I going to season my salmon? What am I gonna do with it? And so I stopped for a second, and then I started thinking, and this is what came to my mind. Of course I'm going to season it with this amazing herbs. How else? All we want is freshness. We want to experience that taste, that flavor. And where else do you get the flavor but from fresh, delicious bunch of basil and cilantro and dill, and always green onions. Green onions are my absolute favorites. Ta-da! And that's our green onions. How good does it look? It looks amazing. Now, some of the tomatoes. We're gonna saute some of these buggers for our sauce. Don't need to saute all of them, just some of them, right? I'm going to actually get a little crazy here. Let's just go a bit ridiculous. Why? I don't know why, because it just, something tells me that this is gonna work out freaking beautiful. And because I have a new sharp knife, that's freaking amazing. So I'm just gonna do this. So we're just gonna slice up all these onions into little tiny circles. Oh, this is already beginning to look very promising. But I don't know if I told you what I'm planning to do. Yes, I think I did. But even if I didn't, you stay tuned. You keep watching, because what you'll see is something that you don't really see every day. Because to be honest, this kind of dish you do not find often. At least I haven't seen it in a very long time. There used to be this restaurant in New York on 3rd Avenue, somewhere downtown, almost in Chinatown where I used to live. And I used to love that restaurant, and they used to serve, well, maybe they still do, but they served this amazing dish, this pasta, that I was absolutely beside myself. And at that time, I remember it cost $12. And that was a really nice, fancy, you would want to call it, Italian restaurant. It was just in like, whatever, 1998 or 1997 or something like that. And that place was so good. Where was it? I can't remember. Oh, look at this goodness. Look at this beautiful stuff. Oh, amazing. I just want to eat it. Let's load it up. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the sharp side of the knife because it just keeps on kind of digging into the wood of the board. So it's not really working. So here's what we have for seasoning of the salmon. Salmon, a combination of cilantro, dill, basil, cherry tomatoes sliced in miniature little circles, green onions, and of course we have our upgraded rosemary, thyme, and Italian parsley salt. I think that will be fantastic. Let's do it. We're gonna get that thing really hot, and we're gonna pour some avocado oil on it. About this much. I did not think about it, but we do need garlic. So I'm gonna grab a head of garlic, and while this thing is getting warm, I'm gonna break it up. I'm not gonna use the whole head. I'm just gonna use a couple of cloves, but I've learned from my mistakes. So remember that last time, the nuclear garlic in the mayo episode? Not happening again. It still did happen. Son of a... One escaped. Alright. Well, it was only one. It wasn't a whole freaking complete explosion of stuff. Alright, so we're gonna clean this up. Get all this shit out. I need about that much. The rest I can discard pretty much. One more. Well, not discard. I'm gonna store it for later. Break these buggers up. That's how we deal with our garlic. Forcefully. And then we're really gonna dice it. Okay? Like that. I don't always do it, but hey, oops, almost got my finger. That's why you gotta be careful. Keep those fingers in and your knuckles out. Oh, very nice. All right. And the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the tomato. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, next thing, green onions. We're gonna leave a little bit. Come back. We're gonna leave a little bit for decoration. Mix it in. Now, we're gonna put our cilantro, our dill, and our basil. And then we're gonna leave a little bit for decorating later. We're gonna mix it all up. Oh, the flavor of it. And we're gonna add a little bit more oil because it needs it. Notice I'm not using any onions. No onions today. Just this red and green upgraded salt. I call it upgraded salt because it is upgraded. Some of it, not so much, but it has nice flavor of herbs, rosemary, thyme. Now we put in our salmon. Got the heat again. And we lay it out. And we let it saute like that. Beautifully. And then we're going to cover it. And at this point, we're going to add some olive oil, because it brings that flavor. Add olive oil liberally. And close it. I'm not worried about making sure that these pieces of salmon stay in one piece, or like how they are. If they start splitting up and breaking up, it's all good, because this is not really a salmon meat. It is meal. It is a sauce, and it will take shape of the sauce momentarily. As the fish begins to cook, and then we're going to start adding other ingredients to it. Okay, let's check on our, goodness, oh my God. It is amazing. It looks so good. I actually, I'm wearing glasses tonight, and my glasses are beginning to fog from this. Oh, but break it up a little bit. Look at that. We're good there. We're going to add some cream. There we go. And we mix. Can you see this? Just imagine. Now, you can add some tomato paste, or you can go and add some good old ketchup. Oh, the aroma that's coming from this is just absolutely beyond description. I want to add a little bit more liquid bait because I don't want to add any more cream. I'm going to add some milk. Just like that. And now we'll let it simmer. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to grab a spoon and I will taste. Because I have a suspicion that it might need a little bit more. Oh, it is delicious. It's absolutely amazing. It does need a little bit more salt, just a tad. It's practically on the verge of perfection. But we'll add a little bit more salt. Just that much. And then we mix. And we taste. And it is absolutely right there. Now I'm gonna cover it up. And I'm going to put it on very low and just, actually no, I'm not just gonna take it. I'm just gonna put the warmer on because this is ready. This is what it looks like. And I'm gonna take it off the stove. Oh, that was something, wasn't it? Clean this up because I hate the messes. Stove needs to be clean. It's funny, I was watching this episode of Chef Gordon helping out this dude in England who is an Italian restaurant owner, who is a chef who supposedly have an authentic Italian restaurant. And hey, I'm not claiming to be no chef or anything. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you the story. I was just watching the show, the episode. And I was blown away at the amount of mess that chef had in his restaurant and how filthy and nasty and disgusting it was. And I was like, how can people eat there? Or how can he actually serve food to people in those conditions? It was like absolutely ridiculous. You gotta look that up. That episode is on YouTube and it's just, oh, it was gross. So yeah, I hate messes. That's basically the bottom line. Oh, by the way, I forgot to add something. I forgot to add garlic. So I'm gonna take that garlic and I have to fix it. Here's what I fucked up, so to speak. I royally fucked up. I'm gonna take a little tiny pan, put a little bit of avocado oil. Let it get hot. In the meantime, pasta. It's all about pasta. Get that hot. Oh, no, water. Once this is hot, we're gonna put our garlic in it. Why don't I just put the garlic in it in the sauce? Because I don't want the garlic to be too overpowering. I want the garlic to have a very subtle taste, but very flavorful. So this looks pretty good at this point. So we're just going to saute that garlic real quick, just like that, just to get the flavor up. And then we're gonna add that to our sauce and mix it in. Because that's what I initially wanted. I completely skipped my mind and I forgot about it. Turn off that water. I know, it's freaking annoying. I hate, especially when I'm editing the videos and I'm talking and then there's this water running and it's like, you can barely hear it probably. But I just have this bad habit of forgetting to turn off the water. And I apologize. Maybe in time I will fix that for me. Okay, the garlic is good to go. It's perfect. Now we're just gonna put it in. Off with this. Open this up. And we're just going to put this into our sauce. Put this away. Bring this out. And we mix. Now believe me, if you think this tasted good without garlic, that garlic is gonna take it up 10 levels. Whoa. Wow. This is good. Okay, aside. Waiting for that water. That water's coming up. While the water's getting hot, we're gonna add some olive oil. Some of our upgraded salt. some of our herbs and spices. Why the hell not? Not only it looks good in the water, it also adds flavor, doesn't it? And we'll let it boil. While that's getting hot, we're talking about water. What we're gonna do is we're gonna slice some of this goodness. Because it's, I know it might not be Italian. It's more of an Asian kind of decoration, but I really don't care. It tastes good, it looks good, it adds amazing accent to the meal. I never claimed to be a chef of any specific ethnicity or anything. I'm just a guy who cooks. I post videos on YouTube and whatnot. So I really don't care. It's what I want. I want these freaking little green things on my pasta when it's ready. So I'm gonna put it on there. And if you don't like it, then don't put it on there. You know, it's that easy. Just like that. I'm gonna cut it into the strands. And the last one, done. Our pasta water is boiling. So we're gonna go get some pasta. Well, this kind of blows because we don't have any spaghetti, as it turned out, or angel hair, or any of that. So what are we going with? We're going with RONZONI. RONZONI it is. And we mix, because we don't want any of that pasta getting stuck to the bottom of the pan, or to the bottom of the bowl, or pot, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, just like that. And we'll let it cook. It's cooking. It's coming along. Pasta it's getting there. It's not ready yet, but it's getting there. This is not obviously spaghetti, so it takes longer. Let's taste. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, it's still, I mean, you can see by the color of it, it's still thick and hard inside. Yeah, like I just cut it, and you see, it's still dry. I mean, cut it. I didn't cut it, I just bit it. So a few more minutes. I'm gonna throw some more salt in it because it asks for it. Mix. Let's test it again. It's been a couple of minutes. This time I didn't bite it off, but as you can see, it's still got a little slide, like a little sliver of white in the middle. Not there yet. So we give it another couple of minutes. Let's check. I think we are there. I'm going to do the final check. I call it the final check because I'm pretty certain that at this point it's there. It is cooked, it is ready, and voila, as you can see, it is cooked thoroughly all the way through. Perfect. Now we're just gonna dump this stuff in there because I don't need the pasta water. It goes back in. Here we go. That's the view. We've got some of the greens to dress. We've got our amazing, absolutely freaking phenomenal sauce. And it's time to make a plate. And let's make a plate. how ridiculously good it looks already. You just clean this. Ugh, hate my messes. And now we're just gonna add some fresh basil. A little bit much, but okay, it's all good. Some of the and some of that Asian stuff that I was raving about earlier, because I say it's fucking to die for. And I'm gonna make another plate because I fucked this one up, because I forgot to put Parmesan. But it's okay, it looks pretty good too. Pretty good. And start with putting on some pasta right there in the middle. I'm gonna put more because I'm hungry. Perfect. And now some of this ridiculously amazing and delicious salmon sauce. Pour the goodness over, because we have plenty of it. Oh yeah. We're gonna fix it with some Parmesan. Parmigiano. And then to top it off, some fresh greens. And the stuff I was so raving about. Bam. This is it. The bomb. Look how good it is and how good it looks. Now imagine how good it tastes. And with that said, it's time to eat. I'm out. You guys have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you in the next episode.